Well, hello everybody. In this video, I'm just going to give a quick update of what we've been doing, part of our plans, and what we've done. I'll start with the toilet. We have a toilet, a functioning toilet right over there. I will show you just how it works. I don't have the video of when we were doing it. I will also show there's a few people who have shared with me a keen interest in knowing how to do raised beds. So I'm going to show us how to do a raised bed. So what we'll do is that we'll see we have these raised beds over here. I'm going to make a video and we will do a raised bed right over here. So apart from just showing you what I've been doing or what we've been doing, I'm also going to just do a practical demonstration of how to do a raised bed in case you wanted to do a raised bed at home, so that your garden looks neat and it is good to go. So enjoy the rest of this video and give me a thumbs up if you like it. If you don't, that's also okay. Enjoy. Now, also part of what this journey entails is buying things, quite a lot of things. So here we are at the hardware store and we are coming to the irrigation section. So yeah, we have a few things to buy. We want to connect tanks and yes, this is what we look like. Yes, how much? The section over here is the fencing section, well, fencing and everything else. And so yeah, only schlep is that everything costs. Yes, this is one of the cheapest places in town, but everything costs a lot of money. I need, for instance, right now, I need 30 meters of this mesh to enclose my chickens in, and there's quite a lot of other things that I need. But as we said, everything costs money, and money is not freely available. So yeah, part of my day, get a few things, get out and go and work. All right. So what we do is that we have this tank here. There's two tanks, in fact. Now we only had this one at the beginning, and we turned the tap was facing that way, and that was a foolish mistake. So now we had water. Then we got this one, and we didn't want to waste that water, because well, we need water. So we thought when it's empty, we'll put this tap, and we'll put it this way. Then we will join these tanks so that the overflow, well, in fact, that they fill at the same rate. Now, it started raining without this tank ever being empty. And so what we need to do today is to try and create a, a lead from there, and we'll join it with an elbow here. And we will try and work against the water pressure that is going to be coming out of here. So, in fact, yeah, no, there's no water pressure that's going to come out from here because we'll just connect it to this one. And yeah, so let's see how this one will set up.
One day later.
Right, so here is our water system. We have two tanks, two 5,000 liter tanks. Well, this one is 5,050, and I bought this one early this year, and I actually didn't think that I was going to buy another one. I thought 5,000 liters would be fine, particularly because we have a borehole. But now we got another one, so we have 10,000 liter capacity of water. Then the other one is a bit taller. Now, because we only planned for one tank, the tap was facing this way, and this tank is full, and we don't want to waste that water. Now, ideally, we would have had it that this tap is right over the side, so that we would have a shorter pipe running to connect these tanks together. And also, sometimes you would see that people will have an overflow pipe right running from here and running into the other tank. I must take that plastic off. And so what we have decided to do is to let these tanks fill up at the same time. So the water comes in through this tank and it goes down, it comes down this pipe, and then they will fill at the same rate. We have a T junction here, um, whereby the water has freedom to move straight. However, it is stopped by this tap right here. So it can move, and as it moves, it goes and fills up this tank from the bottom. So they will fill up at the same rate. So when this tank is half full, this also will be half full. So that is why we chose to have it this way. So our water tap is right there, and water is only collected on one tank, and this tank supplies the other one. All right. So um, there are these three chicks that insist on pooping in here. I don't know why, but they really insist on pooping here. And then there's the hens that lay in this corner here of the vineyard. They like to lay at the bottom. They don't like to lay there. So basically, I must take those layer boxes that I've placed there and put them at the bottom right there so that they don't have a problem laying. How I'm going to sort out these guys to stop them from laying there, I really don't know. From pooping there, it's the three chicks that we have here. If I can show them to you. Okay, I can't see them now. They insist on pooping here. You can just see how much poop there is there. That is the problem that we are facing. So all I need to do is you can see just the amount of eggs that they've laid, and this is from Monday. Okay. This is all the eggs from Monday. So what I'm going to do off the screen is to take those two boxes there, put them on the floor, and I will need to go and get some grass. I need to change this grass. As you can see, it's wet, and yeah, the other chicks have pooped in there. It's quite dirty, so I need to change all of that. So that is going to be off the frames.
A few moments later.
Alright, so I've made some progress. Eggs down there. I've moved the layer box that was here. I've moved the one that was here. I've put that one there, and the eggs were in this one. And then the one that was here in this corner, I'm going to move over to the middle here, and the one that was in that middle, I'm going to take it and put it in another chicken coop. I'm going to show it to you. That is where I keep all my chickens that have been injured by the rooster. I will show you the injuries that I'm talking about. So what I just need to do now is to cut off this pieces here and into there, cut it off so that I can move this layer box just a few inches to my right. So that's what I'm going to do, and that will give me a few inches room to move it over to that side of the coop so that I can put this layer box inside. So this one will be in the middle. Then from there, I'll have to go and get some grass to place in their layer boxes. Yes, maybe I must also just add this video before this video is not sponsored, but I just want to give a shout out to, I think it's Inco. Well, in Kosa it's Ingo, but I think it's a Chinese company, so I don't know how to pronounce it. It's Ingo or something like that. I'm using the hand saw. It's a brilliant hand saw. It's very nice. I've had it for about 7 months now, and and I'm using that. It's about 2 minutes that I've cut these ones now. So yeah, that's what's currently happening. Then I still want to, while I've cut off the inches, some inches here, and it didn't work out, so I'm cutting off some more. So I'll cut this and that one. So let's see just how nice this saw is. It's not as new as it used to be. And maybe the one downside of it is that once once you're done with it, unfortunately, when the blades give up, you can't just go and buy another blade. You must just buy a new one, toss this one away, unless unless I can find a stockist of the blade. I just haven't found a shop that sells just the blade. Okay, so with that done, let's see if it's going to give me the spacing that I want. Okay, then this one will sit right here. This one will sit right here. All I need now to do is there's two holes, like a cable tie. I have a cable tie. I tie it onto this pallet, and so that it doesn't have much play. This one is wedged onto here, so it's not going to fall. It's just to make sure that when the chicken goes in, this thing doesn't have a rocking motion. That is that. Alrighty, so we are done here. There's 1, 3, 6. So now all I need to do is to go and get some grass that I'm going to lay inside of each of these boxes. I will take all of this out. I've got as you can see here, I've got a box, and it's a bit wet right now. One of the hardest things with what I'm doing is not living here. So some of the things that I do, I can only do once a week when I come, and uh, the guy that stays here is into horticulture. He's not much into animal husbandry, and so he just does the feeding and the security, so to speak, and then I will do the rest. So it's off to get some grass. Put this grass here. I will take this layer box. I will put it on the other side where the nursery is at, and I will be done with this job for the day. Okay. Then I will have to come and clean here. This smells quite a bit. Come and clean here and spray. There's some lice on the chickens. I just need to spray them. And then there's another nursery, a proper nursery. Not a clinic. The other one is a clinic. This one is a nursery. She's got chicks and she had 6. There's now currently 2. So I don't know what is killing them. And so today I'm going to give them some antibiotic and I'm going to spray their coop as well. Right, so this is me now looking for grass. And at some stage, before some wildcat decided that it likes eggs, we had a turkey that was laying eggs right there. Now we've put we're trying to get some honey, so we've got a beehive right there. And now the type of grass that I need is this one. Don't know what it's called, but I need longer. So now, got a sickle in hand. If you know which kind of parties a sickle represents, we can put it in the description section below. In the comment section, not the description section. So that's me looking for grass now to lay in my layer boxes. And there's a chick here, I'm not sure what killed it, whether I ran over it last night or I drove over it or what happened, I don't know. But shame, it's right there. So this is the type of grass that I need. And when I get it, well, I have got it now. I've got a bag here. I'm going to put it in the bag and then I'm going to go and lay it in my layer boxes. So when you don't have power tools, you need power as your tool. I need to cut this corrugated roof sheet to put it over that side there to cover. We had a bunny hutch here, this one, and it was sitting on those stakes there. Bunnies all died, so we've taken that and placed it on the floor. Now there's a hole where our chickens stay. So I need to go and cover that hole now with this corrugated iron sheet. And well, we don't have electricity and I don't have battery powered power tools. So hand tools will have to do for now. Chicken coop always almost needs to be clean. And so what I've done is that I've placed some sort of a mat here so that whenever I want to clean, I just pull out that mat and take out the droppings. So another job that needs to be done, needs to be cleaned at least every week. You know, so something that must be done. You know, so if it's not done, then yeah, it smells and there's some, I don't know what to call them. It looks like lice that that sit on the chicken's head. You know, so yeah, I just like to keep it clean. So this is just another job that needs to be done. If you ever fancy living in a small holding and keep a few animals. So there's always actually work that needs to be done. Okay. Let's see how he jumps. Okay, not interested. Okay. Let's continue doing our job here. So I've nicknamed this place KwaMsebenz'Awupheli, literally to mean the place where the work never ends. Because literally here the work really never ends. So we are continuing with our expansion plan, trying to clear out as much of the bush as we can. Along the lines, we are making poles for ourselves. So my job is to take all of these 3-meter poles and I'm going to place them at one spot where we are going to be able to use them in our future projects. So if you ever fancy living or buying a plot of land and you have some money set up aside for that, please make sure that you buy a plot of land that is at least developed, because it is a lot of work to develop land. Yes, so what I'm going to do is to get a machete whereby I'm going to debug many of the posts that I'm actually going to reuse, but everything else we are just going to cut and we are going to place it in a pile and burn it off. So this section right here was cut 2 months ago, and you can see just how overrun it has been, only because we didn't do anything immediately after we cut it. So this is what has happened in that time. Okay, so this whole section here, I think I may have, I'm not sure if I've put it on video yet, but here I want to, this is the rockiest section that I found. And so I want to just plant grass here, plant grass. Then after that, going to put a sort of relaxation area. I'll cover it where we can sit and have a braai. And then I'll use some of these stones to make a braai. I'm going to have to clean all of this here and make sure that it's clear. And now, and I'm planting grass at the same time. There's some grass that I've planted. It's already coming. It's already coming up. And so I'm planting grass and I'm meeting with some rocks. As you can see, I have actually just become a TLB, whereby I am removing rocks only by hand. So yeah, if you ever fancy land, don't be lazy. You can't afford to be lazy. This one also must come out. And I think I will call it a day after that one. I will then go and collect the grass that I'm going to plant on here. And then I will move on to the next job. So obviously I can't do this and be holding a phone at the same time. So I will see you on the other side. Okay. So as you can see how big it is in size. Okay, this is the last one for the day. I can't be doing this because wherever I go, I'm just going to be meeting up with rocks. So this is the last one for now. Sit. Of course, now the hope is that the snakes don't make it a place to go and warm themselves up in the winter. Well, they hibernate in winter, but when it's cold and they want a warm place. So all the roots from the trees that were there, all of this a year ago, no, not a year from now, two Julys ago, all of this was a forest. All right, so the vegetable that we use the most is called rape. And here we have these 3 beds, right? And we are leaving all of these 3 beds because we want to harvest their seeds, right? So instead of removing them and planting more seeds, we are going to allow all of these to grow into seed. So here, this one is started already, and here's another one. And what happens is that when they eventually do grow into seed, you can harvest quite a lot of seeds. All right, so we want to be seed independent for our cash crop. So we are allowing this bed to grow into seed. The spinach here, there has been very, very little rain. So it has suffered quite a lot. and we have actually neglected it. As you can see, we have not even weeded because it was suffering, it was burning. But the last few days we had some rain, and you can see that it started, to resurrect itself. And so we shall see whether we are going to allow it to grow into seed or whether we are going to weed it. We haven't yet a plan for it. Here is green peppers, which are they were suffering a bit. Here I have habanero. That's also habanero right there. And there's green peppers here also. And then here there is rape seedlings. And then it's from all the seeds that we actually, the first seed bed that we had was this one here. And it gave us the seeds, and those are the ones that fell by the wayside. So it's growing seedlings now. Here we had green pepper. As you can see also here, it's overgrowing with weeds because we just don't have enough hands currently to do all the work that needs to be done. So there's grass, there's seeds, and I'm taking some of this grass and I'm planting it somewhere else. Then on here is also the rape seeds because, as I said, rape for us is our cash crop. Rape is a form of kale. So this bed, that, and that one there over the other side. These ones also, these are all going to be rape beds here. And this is green pepper all of this way. And we just need to weed quite a bit. Now, the seeds that are going to go into here, we have made seedlings on the other side, right there, the seedlings that are growing there, and the other ones that are growing over right there, they're all going to go into there. And remember, I said all of these seeds is the ones that we allowed to reproduce, rather, or the plants that we allowed to reproduce. So we are going to plant it right over here. We have already planted here, and we have planted over right here. I've got some beans there. I got it from a friend of mine from Malawi. We've got ground nuts there. We're going to grow well. And then those ground nuts, we're actually not going to consume them, but we ultimately going to use them as seed for the next harvest or the next growth cycle. And then if I will start from this side right here, this is my apple tree that I grew from seed. Don't know, I'm just trying it out. We'll see how it grows. There's butternuts here. And then also, because of the rain, excuse me, they didn't do so very well. So there's butternuts growing all the way down here. That section there, they died. They didn't do very well at all because of the rain. So I doubt that they are going to produce any more female seeds right now because they have basically reached their end of life. So we're going to harvest them, even as small as this. We're just going to harvest, and it can be a bite for someone. So this is all butternuts. All of this. There's still, at least there are some big ones. It's not also bad. So all of this right here is butternuts. Then we have a line of watermelon, which also didn't do well. One of the positive things that we actually are happy about is to see that it was going to grow. See, there's one right there. It was going to grow if we had irrigation. Bear in mind, we don't have any irrigation currently, and so this is why we are suffering the way we are. Some more butternuts all down this line. And then we have some pumpkin. I don't know what type of pumpkin this is. We have all down here. It would have been that pumpkin. But as I said before, the rains did not come. So we have a few that are growing, very, very few. But what we'll do is to harvest the seeds. All right. That is the plan with these ones. We're just basically going to eat them, of course, and then we are going to harvest their seeds because then we will have seed for the next growing season. As I said, we want to be food seed independent. I think I must take out this one because it has some rot in it. All right. So I've taken out this one. I'm going to see what it looks like inside. And where is the other type? There was another type of pumpkin here growing. Okay, but anyway, this is the pumpkins. This is another type of pumpkin. There's another type that was growing here, a green one right there. And then this is the cabbage, which was decimated by a pest. And we did not spray. So the pests just had a field day with the cabbages. We are eating them domestically. We're not selling any of them. We're just eating them. And then we have one of our banana trees growing here. We have some berries, gooseberries. And I said we have these the nuts. I'm not sure how they are also going to do. Then this is where the seedling bed started. Those seeds that I was talking about, we started growing them here. And this is now an extension of the garden that we want to try out. But we just basically now have to clear out all of this overgrown branches in this section and hoping that this is not going to happen there also. So as soon as we are done doing what we're doing, as soon as we are done clearing, we're going to get a TLB to come and remove all of the stumps. So where we stop, we hire a TLB for a day to come and remove the stumps to try and avoid this thing from happening again. This is the story of our toilet, and this is what it looks like. At the moment, we don't have any windows, and we used recycled materials. As you can see, we have green, we have red, we have corrugated iron here, which is not painted. We have IBR this side, and we have here an air conditioner. Okay, and then at the back, we have IBR, we have corrugated, and we still haven't painted them. And then we have this see-through at the top. And so we come, we open, we have a toilet seat. We're still going to put a cistern right here, which is going to connect into here. Well, we'll make sure that there's a solid back so that it can connect in there. This is what the toilet looks like inside. We're hoping right there to put a shower from here till there. We put a shower in that corner, and I'm going to show you how when it flushes, where it goes. Currently, what you do, you bring a bucket full of water, and when you're done with your business, you take your water and you throw it down the toilet. So we used pallets inside, and then obviously over the pallets there is the corrugated sheets, and we used poles, which we have tons and tons of here in our mini forest. Then we have a pipe that runs down here. There's a trench and this pipe runs down here. It goes into this flow bin. We have a flow bin here, and I'm hoping to get a second flow bin. A friend of mine called Wayne doesn't want to give me one, so I want to get another flow bin. Wayne, if you're watching this, you know where your flow bin is going. So we're going to have a flow bin, and on that one we are going to make another trench right here, because we are just lazy to take this mound of soil off, or this actually it's sand. We are going to dig another hole here for the flow bin, and we run a pipe from there which is going to collect all the overflow from this tank all the liquids that will be overflowing there when it actually becomes full. It's 1,000 liters, and we will put it. It will flow from there till there, and we will drill small holes into that pipe. So that it waters this section. And what we'll do is that we'll plant banana trees right here to take all of that water. And then whatever doesn't stay in the soil will then settle in the second flow bin over here. We'll then put another hole in the flow bin, make another trench, put another pipe, and we will then drill holes into that pipe, and eventually drill another hole here and put stones, and ultimately whatever doesn't get caught, whatever doesn't settle in the soil, it's going to settle somewhere here in this section right over there. So that is the plan for this toilet. And we have overgrown trees. I would have shown you this thing some 2 months ago when we cut, and this is what we now have again because we did not work this section. So this is just how much growth can take place in a space of 2 months when you have gum tree in your property.